Welcome back to Global Business Europe. A record number of Chinese students have applied to study at UK universities this year.
Nearly 29,000 applications from China have been received. That's a 12% increase from last year. This makes China the second largest market for international students for UK universities after the European Union.
Joining us now is Vivienne Stern, Director of Universities UK International. Hi Vivienne. First of all then, why the record number of Chinese students heading to the UK?
Well, I think the UK has always been a very popular destination with Chinese students. We've welcomed hundreds and thousands of Chinese students to UK universities over the years, and they're a very important part of our university communities. And I think the UK has made sure that throughout the last couple of years, which have been very difficult for students, we've remained open and flexible, and we've put the needs of students right at the heart of the way that universities operate.
And the UK and China, politically at least, have had their disagreements in recent years. How important, though, are Chinese students for this country?
Yeah, well, I think, students coming to the UK is really good for us. I think it's incredibly important that we have opportunities to ensure our young people study alongside students from the rest of the world, and they gain a good understanding of different cultures and perspectives, and that's really important to us in the UK. We think of our universities as international learning environments, and Chinese students make an incredibly important contribution to making that true.
And of course, another big obstacle in recent years has been the pandemic. It's made studying in the UK and much of the rest of the world a pretty miserable experience if you speak to students. It obviously hasn't put people off, though.
No, I mean, it's been really hard. And, you look at the experience of students who've tried to continue their studies online and, often having to face periods of self-isolation, which I think is particularly difficult for students who are away from home. But the universities in the UK have tried very hard to make sure they look after the international students who are with us. So doing things like supporting them if they have to self-isolate with food parcels, with frequent welfare checks to make sure they've got support for their mental health, and also to make sure they've got opportunities to socialise. Now things are opening up and life back on university campuses is returning to something like normal.
And it's obviously a competitive marketplace. What makes the UK an attractive study destination? And there is evidence that it's becoming perhaps less attractive.
Well, it's quality. Universities in the UK have got a well-deserved reputation for being amongst the best in the world. And that's why you see 4 UK universities in the top 10 globally in the QS university rankings, and it's really something that's replicated throughout our system. It's a system that's very responsive to students, that is designed to make sure that students get an outstanding experience, and I think that's why international students choose to come to the UK.
And just lastly then, financially it's been a very difficult time for universities in the UK and elsewhere. What more could be done to help them and try and attract international students?
Well, actually, I think we've really, contrary to everybody's expectations at the beginning of the pandemic, we've remained a phenomenally popular destination. Actually, we all expected that universities would see a collapse in international student enrolments because we thought students would be reluctant to travel. And that actually hasn't proved to be the case. So through a combination of offering opportunities for students to study online when that was necessary, and ways to support people who want to come to the UK and study face-to-face, we've managed to stay open and continue to welcome very large numbers of international students. So the financial pressures that might have followed a collapse in enrolments really hasn't happened. And now we're looking at a kind of return to something that feels a lot more like normal. And fingers crossed we're able to continue along that path.
Thanks for your time, Vivienne. That's Vivienne Stern, Director of Universities UK International.
Thank you.